And we're live.
What up, world? What else? All right, what we got next?
Okay, we're going to get into some juicy shit now. Okay. Some juicy
I
shit.
think, and I will say this on record, ninjas are better than samurais.
Nope. Wrong.
Hands down. Ninjas.
Wrong.
Ninjas are the fucking shit.
Wrong.
All right,
No,
fine.
bro.
State your case.
No, I want to hear.
Nope, go.
Okay. So first, okay. Right?
State your case.
Okay, so I'm gonna start it off by this, right? Because ninjas were this is what I seen a couple articles, and I actually did my research and watched a few YouTubers. Yeah, their stuff wasn't really like choosing sides, but I was like, you know what? Let me hit the articles, right? So I found this little insert from one of the articles, and it says because ninjas were originally people of weak positions and they were not able to fight with warriors, aka samurais, who were protecting land face to face because they weren't gifted as much in like swordsmanship, bow and arrow, stuff like that. They had to focus on surprise attack and arson. Now, just from there alone, right? Just from there alone, right? So you're saying, okay, look, I'm right here. I'm ready to fight. Let's go. I'm going to hide, and I'm going to set your house on fire. Come on, man. You can't win.
What do Navy SEALs do right now?
I get that. We're talking about ninjas.
Do Navy SEAls go in the battlefield charging head first?
No, but we're talking about ninjas and the samurai.
Yeah,
and again, samurai were like top. They were like the king or the daimon, whatever they call. Sorry, I butchered that. But the king, the daimon, all them, and then it was like the samurai, the protectors, the warriors. Then it was the peasants. Then like the lower merchants and servants. And ninjas were normally sometimes merchants and servants. Yeah, you'll find some peasants being ninjas, but they didn't have any. Okay, let me read something else. Right? It says samurais were the servants and warriors. Okay. All right. Cool. But all right, let me list off some of the skills, right? A samurai had to be trained on, right? Some of the skills, right?
Yeah.
So
enlighten me.
Martial arts, right?
Oh, okay.
Martial arts, right. Skills of war, which include swordsmanship, spear art, horsemanship, jujitsu, right? And they had to be smart with literature and military science. So these guys, not only were they physically badasses, they were smart and understand how war worked. You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
Okay. Are you done?
No. Well, okay. You know what? Right, no, I'll let you.
No. I said state your case.
Okay.
This is your open argument. I'm letting you have it. Go ahead.
Right. And okay, yeah. Before I get into some of my badass guys, go ahead. But yeah, so far, and then not even their armor was dope as fuck. And oh my god, they're just dope. Yeah, they had a few like iffy shit, like they committed suicide when not trying to get captured. Yeah, but I mean that's honor. They rather die in honor, live by the code than just do anything. Bro, I'd rather have somebody who's gonna stick to the code than someone who's just gonna go do whatever because there's money in it. No.
You done?
I'm done. For right now, yeah. Before we get into our badass guys.
So for one, in order to understand what ninjas were, you have to get past the lore. You have to get past like all of the propaganda that went with ninjas. People thought ninjas had like superpowers and shit because they were so good at what they did, but it's not the case, right? The thing is, for one, they didn't even wear black; they wore blue. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think they wore black because you think nighttime, when they're sneaking around, you want to wear all black. It's not the case. Actually, it's proven that blue is a lot harder to see at nighttime than black is. So ninjas were blue. Yep. You're welcome. Another thing is they were called shinobis. The thing about ninjas is they had different clans. It wasn't just like one set, giant clique. It was like clans all throughout Japan.
Mm. Same with samurais.
Same with samurais, right? But the weapons that they used were far more advanced than what samurais had. Samurais had 3 sets of weapons. Mm-hmm. Let me explain. Let me break this down for you.
Name those weapons, because I got those weapons.
So you got the wakabashi, which is similar to a caltrop. So basically, like while they're being pursued by samurai or whatever the case may be, they'll throw them on the ground and run away, and then like the horses or the people that are running behind them, it gets stuck in their foot and render them incapacitated. That's it. Okay. So you also have a couple other things that blew my mind. So like those were one of the ones I really liked, right? And then you had, these are really hard to pronounce. I'm not going to lie. I was having a hard time with that. I don't know what that noise was either also.
I don't know what that
So you had, it's like the kusa or origami or something like that. I don't know. Basically, it was like this small sickle, right? Mm-hmm. It's like a small sickle that you would use like in a regular bush, just chopping it down, and it had a chain attached to it, and on the end of that chain was a weight, and they found a way to be able to utilize that as a weapon, and like nobody knew what to do with it because they're so used to sword play, they don't even know what the fuck's coming at them. They're like, what the fuck? I'm getting hit with this ball, now it's wrapped around my neck, I'm being pulled in, I'm trying to swing, but he's closed the gap. Ninjas were good at what they did. They were masters of assassin. You have to understand their skill set and what they did is still used to this day. They were ahead of their time. They were the secret agents of their fucking lifetime. They were so far beyond ahead of their time, and they had honor. Believe it or not.
I mean, I know that.
It wasn't so much that you could just buy and sell ninjas. No. It wasn't that way. When you gave, this is what I did a lot of research on this because I really stand behind this. When you gave a ninja a task, they went and did it. There was nothing else that was going to stop them from doing it. So anyway, back to the whole, weapons thing. So yeah, the Tikagati God, these names, man. Look, I don't speak any kind of whatever this is. So the Tikakagi, and they were claws that were used in hand-to-hand combat, right? So not only were they able to use swords, they were able to use this sickle with a chain on it. They were able to use caltrops, which is basically what those were. They also had hand-to-hand combat. How do I know that? Because you have to look at what taijutsu is. What taijutsu is, it's a mix of judo, jujitsu, aikido, karate, and kung fu. It was all transformed into one thing. They took the best of each of the martial arts and they put them into one martial art. Later, they founded Nujitsu, which just kind of went a step further. So what this means, it was translated to body techniques. Is basically what taijutsu is, right? So you look at the Hattori Hanzo, which is that's a big name in the ninja community, right? Where we live, where the real people live at. Mm-hmm. Okay, he was a master of that, so that'll let you know. So you had shurikens and kunai. What they were like throwing stars. We done all seen that before, right? But they weren't really used as a way to kill somebody like you see in the movies. What they were used for was distractions. So while they would be, focused on this, the real problem was happening over here. So ninjas were known for distracting, and they were known for like getting you off your game. That was their whole job. The masters of disguise, they were normal. They would look like you would never know your gardener was a ninja. You would never know. You talk to the dude every day. You treat him like shit. You never fucking know until one day, boom, you got a knife in your back. That's how it worked. Ninjas were good at what they did. That's why
they were good at hiding.
That's why I'm not even done yet. I'm just getting started. Oh. But see, that's why when you ask a kid what he wants to be for Halloween, he doesn't say a samurai. He says a ninja. Because ninjas are fucking cooler. Everybody knows it.
Ninjas are wide, not media, but society has put ninjas in the forefront more than samurai. Meaning, like movie, there's more ninja movies. There, Ninja Turtles. There's not that many samurai movies that the kids can watch. You know what I'm saying?
That's because your samurai movies have shitty actors in it.
No, it's because
That's what it is. Mine is Keanu Reeves. He played it in Ninja one. No, he played a samurai.
I was about to say what?
He played a samurai one. Yeah.
I don't know. I just.
So
there's more love for a ninja.
So let me get back to the weapons because I haven't even gotten through all of them. I'm literally not even halfway through yet. Okay. All right. So when you look at the swords, they had the same swords that the Japanese samurai had, the same ones. Now, a little different because they also use chainmail. A lot of people don't understand that, but ninjas would come to war. Like when they came to war, they had chainmail on. So look at the way an armor set of a samurai is. It's dope looking. It's cool and all. And it's functional. It works. But chainmail, being able to be that quick, that fast, and that good at your job while wearing heavy chainmail, you got to be one fit motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
You got to be one fit motherfucker.
I got
Just
some people
chainmail's
later.
heavy. It's extremely heavy. So they would weave it into their clothing. It was cool as fuck. So they also had smoke bombs. Yes, that was a real thing. Yeah, smoke bombs were a
they're
real
good at
thing.
hiding.
They were good at they were good at distracting, and they were good at fleeing a situation. You have to understand, when ninjas went into war, they didn't go to war like samurai did. Samurai were on the battlefield, and they're walking around. They sound like a bunch of dishes walking down the street. Look, ninjas were smart about it. They were like, no, I'm not going to take this dude head on for what? Like now, you know what I'm saying? Like now I have to go through all this shit when I could just catch him by surprise. Boom, it's over with. That's exactly what we do now. That's exactly what we do now. When you look at the MI6, you look at the CIA, you look at all of the people. They studied this shit. They understood this is the way you do war.
No. Samurai go into war like, I'm going to look you in your face.
And then
I'm
die.
gonna kill you.
A lot of them died.
No,
yes,
no.
a lot of samurai died. I promise.
I'm telling you.
A lot of samurai died.
Okay.
A lot of samurai survived, but a lot of them died. And then whenever you took the head of the samurai out, they all became ronin. They were lost. That was it. They didn't know what to do with their life. If they didn't kill themselves, they went off and became gardeners and shit. So guess what? Ninjas, you killed the head, didn't matter. They still gonna get you.
Okay.
That's my point. There was no harikari over here. Wasn't none of that shit.
Okay. Let me get
back to the weapons. I'm not done yet. That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
okay,
So they were taught, like, you have to understand, like, the amount of weapons they had. I don't even want to go through all of them. It was a lot. Look it up. Look, they had a lot of, like, an array of things. Now you have to understand, this is at a time where people just sword fought. There were no guns. There was none of that. Ninjas were using gunpowder at the time to set houses on fire, bring you out, and then kill you. They'll set your house on fire, wait for you and your kids to come out, slaughter your whole family, and leave, and nobody would ever know what the fuck happened. They were that good. They are iconic. It's so well known what ninjas did, and a lot of it isn't known. A lot of it is still like, you know, a lot of it is speculation, which is where Hollywood, you know, comes in and kind of just fills the gaps. But you have to understand, they didn't document a lot of this. And the reason they didn't document it is because they didn't want anybody knowing who the fuck they were. When ninjas were captured, it was over with. They were killed. Like there was no trial. There was no, you know, maybe, you know, he didn't do it. No. They were just slaughtered. That was it. They were hung, beaten, killed, all that shit.
Samurai's not even gonna let you get the chance to do that. I'm gonna take my own life. Fuck that.
Yeah, see, yeah, you know.
That's code. That's honor.
Is it?
So, all right.
Okay.
I'm going to list off a few weapons that Samurai didn't have a lot of weapons. They had like single blade swords, double edged swords. I can't remember the name of it. They had katanas, of course. They had the slenders. They're kind of a katana, but they're kind of bent. They're kind of like curved. That's what they are called. They also had, let's see. They had double-edged knives. Is that one? The long blade pole. It's basically that's the one I was trying to say. It's basically a pole
with a stick
with a giant
with a sword on the end
short katana at the end. It's pretty fucking dope.
A stick with a sword.
Yeah,
on the end of it.
You try to close the gap now. There is no gap.
Don't start. Done.
I could just
gap closed.
And some samurai in the late ages of I can't say this era. Hold on. Let me see this era real quick. And
this is why I wrote it down, because I didn't want to have to go through my phone.
No, it's on my thing. I'm trying to. Where is it? I had it. Hold on. It's in the later era. Some samurai in the later era. Okay, the Hareen era. In the Korean era, some samurai used guns. They got them from Eastern Europe. They bought them off from Eastern Europe travelers. So yeah, we had guns.
Okay, well that's cool, but it doesn't. If you don't see it coming, it doesn't matter. Your gun's useless. So my point is this: we use the same techniques that ninjas did back in the day. They were just ahead of their time. Samurai didn't understand that. Samurai only knew old ways, and that was it. There was no new ways.
Longbows.
Well, that's the same thing. Like we had bow. I mean, no, I ain't saying we because I'm not a ninja. Ninjas had bow and arrow. Ninjas used gunpowder. Ninjas used poison. Before people were really doing that shit, they were doing it. They were so secretive. It was like they were secret agents. That was their job. Their job was, see, this is my thing. When you look at like the dynasties that ninjas were there to guard, But you could go in there and you would never know a ninja was there. You would never know. They were in plain sight, plain clothes.
They're good at hiding, man. That's
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah.
We don't hide. We stand in your face and be like,
Yeah,
do
but that's why y'all aren't here no more. That's my point.
Do something. All right, I get.
That's
into
why
this
you ain't
one
here
guy.
no more.
Let's
You're too busy trying to be all big and bad with your little samurai nuts out, but you don't understand that the same thing that we do now, the same reason that America's a superpower is the same thing the ninjas were doing back in the day.
Yeah, that's probably the problem.
So look at it that way. We were like, bro, we were the first Navy SEALs.
Nah, fam.
I'm saying we now. I'm a ninja now. Fuck it. We were the first Navy SEALs. We were in and out. Nobody knew who the fuck we were. Climbed walls that people thought were impossible. Did things. They were trained from kids. They took little kids and they trained them to be assassins. You can't. That's the coolest fucking shit ever. And you're gonna sit here and talk about samurai, bro? Get the fuck out of my face, Fred.
Hey, samurais are kids. Hey, there's a few samurai, not a few. There's a lot of samurais as kids that were badass.
Yeah, but there was a lot of badass ninja kids too. And guess what? If your little samurai doesn't see it coming, it's done. It's over with. Your little kid is nothing.
Okay.
He ceased to exist.
Okay. Let's get into
burn your house down.
Let's get into some badass motherfucking people. Okay, I'm gonna go first. Since you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go first. Okay, so there's a guy who goes by the name of Date Masamune, right? So as a kid, he developed smallpox and lost his right eye. So already he's disadvantaged. Because in the samurai culture, if you lose any part of your limb, it's all you're not going to become a samurai.
I might be weak on the right, but I don't see this as a really big.
You're not still though. So all right. And at the age of 14, he fought alongside his father, who was the leader of his clan, or Dadame. I'm butchered that, but Daduma, something like that. And at the age of 14, he was in his first battle and they won, right? And this is just me, I'm not going through like exactly numbers of each battle. No, okay, so all right. And at the age of 18, he was already the most feared and respected samurai in the nation from different clans, different warlords, all that. He was already the most feared at 18. Was already most feared and respected samurai. Sorry,
yeah, this is at a time when people lived to be 25.
So all right.
Really revered.
And he
dead 4 years.
I wrote this down. This really doesn't matter, but like he wore like a crescent moon on his helmet, which is fucking dope. I was looking at the pictures. Shit was fire, right? Right? Here's where some savagery comes in, right? So his mom, right, didn't think he was fit to rule the clan. So what she ended up doing was poisoning him so he could die, so his younger brother could be the clan leader, right? So what he did, right? This is what happened. After
his own mom tried to poison him?
His own mom tried to poison him. This is what he did. So after he survived the poisoning, right, he ends up killing his brother in front of his mom and leaving her alive to just rub it in her face. He's like, you know what? You want him to be king? I'm going to kill him. Boom. He killed him right in front of him.
That's really honorable of him.
Nah, he's like, hey,
that's that honor they talk about.
Hey, listen. You gonna do some fucked up shit to me? Some fucked up shit about to happen to you. And yeah, that's my blood, but fuck him. I'm rightful heir. Why are you
boy
tripping?
Didn't do shit. He was just there.
Right? Now they're 18, so they're of age to fight each other. So and he killed him. Straight killed him, right?
Killed his own brother just to prove a point to his mom. Yeah, that's real honorable.
Hell yeah, right? So,
but okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
So he spent his entire life in war, conquering land, destroying, pilfering villages, and he conquered majority of what is known today Japan, right? Which is crazy because another samurai I'm going to bring up after I'll let you bring up one of yours. But right, so he became famous for allowing European foreigners to use his land to create his own trade route, aka that's when he started getting his clan technology was so advanced he embarked on the first meridian expedition in Japan history. So this was the first time Japan ever went to sea. Like, it was their first time crossing the sea, right? He visited the Philippines, Mexico, Rome, and when he came back, he brought more technology, guns. He brought better swords, better armor, gold. He brought back a lot, and he's really honored. He's really honored. Like, he's known for being the greatest samurai. He's not the best, but he's known for being like the most, like, that top samurai.
Yeah.
Right? And he was known as the Duka, and I'm gonna butcher this. The Dukara, the Duka Ganru, the Dukan Ganru, the one-eyed dragon. That's what he was known for. That was his name they gave him. And he was just a badass.
So he was a badass because he sailed, found some shit, and brought it back?
I mean, he conquered majority of what Japan is today. Like,
that's fair. No, I'm gonna give you that.
Badass.
I'm gonna give you a couple of names, and I'm not gonna get into much. I'm really not even gonna go into detail with them. I'll just let you look them up because we're kind of running a little late on this. This has gone on for a while. So, Hattori Hanzo is one. He's the most famous ninja that I think there ever was. When you look at Shinobi, like the game, he was based off of him. So that's a perfect example. They actually thought he had superpowers because he was so good at what he did. They literally thought this guy could read your mind. They thought he could disappear. They really thought that this guy was a fucking superhero. Like, because they didn't know how he was doing the things he was doing. But in reality, he was just outsmarting everybody. He built a lot of secret tunnels and shit on the battlefield in advance. And he did a lot of crazy stuff. You'd have to go look up a lot of what he did. Ishikawa Goman, I think his name is, his name is, he was, all of them are cold. That's the best way I could describe what they did because I can't go into detail because we're running late on this and I got some other stuff to do. But, okay, Machizuki Chiyome, I believe, and Fuma Katora. So when you look at a lot of what they did, you're going to understand why ninjas are badass. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying samurai weren't badass. They are. I love samurais. And the armor set, fuego. But when you look at what would work now in modern times, we use exactly what ninjas did. We do it now. To this day. In modern time, we still do what ninjas were doing back then. So that's how I know it worked. Because it works now.
I mean, that's kind of like guerrilla warfare. That's that kind of like, all right, we're going to stay in cover. We're going to wait for the right chance to attack. Samurai, that we're all about that. We're all, hey, I'm going to see you right there, me right here.
I get
Let's
your point.
Duel that shit out.
I get your
who's
point.
Who's going to win?
I get your point.
I like that.
But the point is that's not how we keep America safe. We don't do that.
Understandable. Yeah, understandable.
You'd burn through way too many men doing that, especially nowadays when we have guns and missiles and shit like that. So
yeah, true. It worked back then. I
wouldn't even say it was guerrilla warfare. I would say it was Navy SEAL tactics. It's the best way I can describe how they did things. They taught themselves how to breathe underwater using tubes that you would find. They used their elements. They did the things that we see in movies. A lot of it is true. A lot of it is, but some of it's made up. So you have to be able to decipher the two. I would say do your research. Ninjas hands down ninjas. Ninjas win it. Let me know. Am I wrong? What do you think? Samurais or ninjas? Let me know. I'm still on ninjas. I'm still.
And I'm gonna say a little something. The ninja. The samurai I was gonna bring up after is the actual samurai who killed this guy, and he was known for creating the book of. I'm gonna just say this. The book of Glory, No Soul. The Book of Five Rings.
Yeah, I never read it. Ninjas. Anyway,
nope.
Moving on.
He wrote his own technique.
Fuck your book.
He wrote his own.
Fuck your book.
Yeah, but he's the one that started the two-sword, the two katana fighting style. No one was ever did that but him. Okay. So yeah, not only was a badass and he killed at all times. He's the one that conquered all. He conquered what is completely Japan.
Okay.
He did. What is it completely Japan? That was him.
That's the thing you're missing. You're missing the point.
That was him. He completely
you're missing the point. Ninjas were not here to conquer. They weren't here to conquer. They were here to make shit happen. They did a lot of behind the scenes shit that led up to the point where samurais were able to do the things they did. No, and they took out samurais along the way. They did what they had to do. They did what they were paid to do. That's their job.
We didn't care about money. We cared about Can you beat me in a fight 1v1?
Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down on the bottom below. Also, if you're new, make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime new videos upload.
And also, don't forget to hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. And for exclusive content, we also have a website, which will be in the description below.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we're out of here.
Peace.